Hey everybody, welcome back to Starfyre Gaming. I am Sir Joseph, and this is Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Inevitable Excess. This is the DLC. We are back in Threshold, and we're supposed to find the other side of Threshold. When we came the first time, the only person we actually talked to when we came out was Storyteller, so we're going to chat with a few other people, see if there's anything going on there as well. Hey, Commander! Anevia's face is mottled red with fresh cuts, and her neck is wrapped in a blood-stained bandage. She holds a dagger with a jagged edge in her hand, and the blade lets out a grating shriek with every pass of a whetstone. We need to talk. Hey, are you alright? Oh, you mean this scratch? Anevia points at the bandage around her neck. I got clawed. It's nothing serious. The traitorous croak of her voice suggests the opposite. Sozio moves to help her, but she wards him off with a look of irritation. How are things in camp? Excuse me. I sent most of the soldiers to spread out around the area. We've got Threshold surrounded. We've set up our base of operations here, somewhere you can rest and replenish your supplies. We're preparing to attack. Didn't I just send you off to attack the Threshold? Neve peers at you sympathetically. Been out in the sun too long, Commander? I'm positive that I already attacked Threshold. After a brief pause, Anevia cautiously and almost clumsily replies, Your words ring hollow. No, you haven't attacked Threshold yet. You're still preparing. The big battle is still ahead of us. What do you want to talk about? The frantic shrieking of the whetstone on the dagger dies away. I know the big push is coming, and now's not the right time, but Anevia's eyes lock with yours, and you can see the panic in them. We gotta save Beth before it's too late. Where is Irabeth, and what does she need to be saved from? She's in Is. Back to Is, okay. One of our units on patrol spotted a band of demons. We got chased and pursued them all the way to Is. Then more of the scum jumped us out of nowhere, and everything went to pot. We got split up. Irabeth's group was forced to retreat into some ruins, and we couldn't get to them. I tried, but I almost got the rest of us trapped there too. Anevia touches the bloody bandage, and then I got clawed. Long story short, Beth's somewhere out there still. Alive, I hope. You won't make it through in small groups. And, damn it all, don't have the right to call a larger troop away from the main attack. Anevia's voice grows louder. I thought of just dropping everything and trying to sneak there on my own, but that's a suicide mission, not a rescue mission. The dagger rings out pensively as Anevia tosses it against the stones. So, what am I supposed to do? Sit here and wait for them all to get killed? Celia gives Anevia a reassuring nod. We don't abandon our own. We'll get them out. Won't we, Commander? Irabeth is fighting in the crusade as well? Anevia smiles bitterly. You think she'd let me come here on my own? What were the demons like? They were strange. They looked normal enough, but they weren't. There's something off about them. Something wrong. Anevia says these words with particular gravity, her voice edged with steel. I'll find Irabeth. Thanks. Anivia goes strangely limp, and the light in her eyes goes out. I hoped you would say that. One time, you dragged me out of the bowels of Canabarus. Now Beth needs your help. I have to go. Should we talk to everybody else? See how many other people need me to go to Canabarus?
Let us be off. Let's move.
Venture Captain Hilor suits you warily. He looks haggard and lost. Commander, I'm glad to see you alive. You don't look too well. My journey was rough. All my comrades fell in battle. I spent 4 sleepless days and nights running from demons who wanted to skin me alive. By some miracle, I crossed paths with one of your patrols, and that's what saved me. What are you doing here? I ended up here by accident. I spent a great deal of time tracking down the Spinner of Nightmares, and I finally discovered her lair. I recruited a daring team, and I went to put a stop to her misdeeds. But that's where our luck ran out. The demons roaming the area slaughtered every one of my fellows, while I myself was rescued by Crusader scouts, and here I am. I can't continue chasing the Spinner on my own, but I can be of use to you and your troops. The Pathfinder Society has long suggested that I oversee the selling of loot from their expeditions. After seeing our position on the front with my own eyes, I finally agreed. If I ever need your services, I'll come find you. I'll help where I can, and my supplies are at your disposal, but I hope I can expect some help in return. I have a crusade of my own to wage, after all. What sort of help did you have in mind? Help me finish my hunt. Hilar shows you a map with a location on it. Here, in the very heart of the wound, lies the lair of the Spinner of Nightmares. I got close enough to see she had a horde of minions there. And there are abyssal spawn prowling about the vicinity. As much as I hate to admit it, this is a fight I can't win. But you can. Do this for me. Kill the Spinner in her lair and save my poor Lowry. Remind me, who's the Spinner of Nightmare again? A raving Baphomet lunatic, extremely vicious and dangerous, a master of illusions. Many years ago, she kidnapped my daughter, Lowry, and I've been on her trail ever since. We've had many confrontations, but every time she's been able to escape. But today is different. I have her cornered in her own den, and one last strike to finally mark an end to this hunt. I'll drop by the Spinners of Nightmare's lair. Hilor salutes you solemnly. Thank you. I hope you return victorious and bring my Lowry back to me. But if something happened to her, you know it must be done. Avenge her and don't hold back. Show me your supplies. See what he's got. Lots of +5 stuff. Lots of stuff in there. Not going to deal with that just yet, though.
Follow me.
Oh, yeah, monsters. Alright, let's head back. Before we go taking on monsters and stuff. Alright, he's just got gear.
March on.
Go with our standard group. Alright, let's go to Iz. That's where Beth's supposed to be, right? Guess we'll kind of work our way around Iz again.
Onwards.
This is the peasants.
Let us be off. Let's move.
Okay, can't go behind it. She got anything new to say? Nope. Where you at, Beth? There we go.
I will fray!
Job, Blue. Anomaly distortion effect was evaded. Lovely.
Forwards!
Ow.
Prepare yourselves! No glory without risk!
Patrizio Turino!
I got oh.
Cover me, all right? Can't you just die already?
We won't falter!
Desna, guide my hand!
The light take you!
Irabeth's lifeless body is sprawled on the stones. Commander! Irabeth looks dazed and a bit worse for wear, but alive. More alive than she seemed to be a few moments ago. Let's see, which one do I got the better chance of succeeding at? 49, 46. Use your mythic powers to sense Irabeth's aura. Failed? We failed? What do we roll, a 1? Yep, we rolled a 1. Stupid, stupid thing. Take a closer look. Irabeth adjusts her equipment and the wrongness of her movement is striking. There is no doubt that this person is left-handed. The Irabeth you knew always favored her right hand. I know there's something wrong with you. Tell me the truth. What? You're mistaken. Commander, Irabeth's protest dies under your piercing gaze. Finally, she nods wearily. Fine. There's no use in dissembling. Yes, there is something wrong with me. The fact is, I am not Irabeth. The Irabeth you knew was killed right here. She points to the place where she lay just a minute ago. Tell me what happened. The real Irabeth was with a scouting unit holding the defenses here. They were killed. As she was dying, Irabeth fell on top of the bodies of the demons she had slain, and something had been inside them, got into her body and began to change it. That change is what created me. Man, I can't read. What were those demons, and what was in their bodies? They were wrong somehow. In the place that I am wrong, or in the same way that I am wrong. Wow. See if I can read these a little bit better from here on out. They were raging, destructive, sadistic, as they always were, but they also seemed perplexed in a way, as though they also knew that they shouldn't exist. And the unnaturalness that was inside them mixed with Irabeth's blood and poisoned her, even in death. Ironic, for a paladin who was supposed to be immune to all disease, Irabeth laughed bitterly. Your senses tell you that she speaks the truth, and she speaks just as the real Irabeth would. What are you? I think I am a copy of the real Irabeth. I have all her memories as well. I think and feel just as she does, except for one thing. I know I am not the original. But I'm no illusion either. You hear the challenge in Irabeth's voice. I can feel fear and pain. I am alive, and I love my wife as I always have. I am faithful to my goddess, and I'm ready to die for my comrades. I've decided what I'm going to do with you. Before you do, Commander, please bear one thing in mind. Yes, I am not the real Irabeth. I do not know what I am. But the real Irabeth is gone. I could take her place. What news would you rather bring back to Anivia? Will you tell her that her wife is dead, dooming her to heartbreak? Or will you tell her that something ended well, or that everything ended well? I do not know what force created me, or for what purpose, or perhaps I deserve the right to live. That was a weird sentence. Doesn't a living Irabeth have more to offer this world than a dead one? If you feel and you think like a living creature, then you are one. Nothing else matters. Isn't that right, Commander? Come back with me to camp. Thank you. I promise to prove myself worthy of your trust. You should be the first to tell Anivia that I'm alive. She'll be beside herself with happiness. Oh my God, I can't read this morning. You sense the ground beneath your feet a little shakier than before. The colors around you seem to blur slightly, and the sounds you hear blend and mix together. Your actions have violated the order and stability of this place. Yeah, well. Soldiers fought valiantly, but the enemy was too strong and numerous. This warrior was ripped to pieces by demons. Alright, I guess it's time to slowly work our way out of here. Because it won't let me just move the map up there. That was weird. Oh, and I'm going the wrong way. There we go. Now it'll let me just move the map over there. That was weird. Head back to camp. I mean, I have a feeling Anivia is going to know that that's not the real Irabeth, but... Hey, kitty cat. You are an annoying kitty cat sometimes.
March on.
Whoop, I was petting you there when you ran away. Alright, Lair of the Spinner of Nightmares. An Elder Vrock, a Liltu, a Dretch.
I sense something.
Loot. The figure closest to you turns around and stares and barks. I will save you, young lady! The figure standing... Oh, there's more of them. The figure standing next to the first turns to you, giving you a stern look, then says, with finality, Wretched mirages surround us! The loud voice seems to have disturbed the third figure, which turns and whispers, It's so easy to feel lonely in a crowd. Examine the figures. The second figure, the one warning about wicked mirages, scrutinizes you in turn, then whispers poignantly and somewhat sadly, Wicked mirages surround us. Could all these figures be illusions, hastily crafted copies expressing the simple thought that preoccupies their creator when they were conjured? Who are you? The second figure shrugs and with a tinge of sadness, Wicked mirages surround us. The closest figure responds to the second one angrily, clenching his fists. I will save you, young lady! Whoever or whatever the figures closest to you is, it's clearly determined to save someone, which could only mean one thing. Whatever's going on here, someone is in danger. A gold coin for every word in your vocabulary? Deal? The second figure frowns and opens its mouth, but after a brief silence, it makes a helpless gesture, apologetically saying, Wicked mirages surround us. I'm looking for the Spinner of Nightmares. Your words cause the third figure to goggle at you fearfully and bring a finger to its lips. It's so easy to feel lonely in a crowd. The instance with which the third figure is urging you to avoid being noticed suddenly feels important. Is this place dangerous? The closest figure nods with utmost seriousness and enunciates, I will save you, young lady. I have a theory. The closest figure speaks up fervently, echoing your words. I will save you, young lady. All of you are nothing but illusions, am I right? Wicked mirages surround us. Someone needs saving. Your creator, perhaps. Is your creator by chance a young lady? I will save you, young lady. So where is your creator? Is she hiding behind the crowd of illusions she conjured? It's so easy to feel lonely in a crowd. Third figure nods delightfully. All right, so where is she? All three figures and every other figure in the room turn toward an empty corner and stare at it intently. I'm thinking these might not be illusions. I will save you, young lady. All right, leave for now. You hear frightened sobbing coming from an empty corner. Show yourself. Show yourself or step back. Show yourself. The illusion vanishes and you see a young woman who is scared to death. Despite her fear, however, she's clutching a small knife and the knife is confidently pointed at your face. Don't hurt me! Who are you? Why should I introduce myself to a stranger? With a look of desperation in her eyes, she gets a better grip on the knife. All right, fine. I'm Lowry. And you are? Sizing you up, she adds in a softened voice. Although, I guess you don't look much like a villain to me. What are you doing here? She's hesitant, clearly unsure whether or not she should be candid with you, then finally says, No idea. I just woke up all of a sudden, right here on the floor, and I haven't the slightest idea where I am or how I got here. Then the illusions came, those dummies who just know how to say that one phrase. And I think I'm the one creating them. It's like thoughts and images jump out of my head and take shape, but nothing like this has ever happened before. Am I a sorceress? I have a hypothesis that warrants an experiment. You, girl who looks like a famous cultist, try forgetting something important from your recent path, like a moment's pause, or after a moment's pause, Nenyo asked demandingly, Well, forgotten anything yet? I don't think so. Laurie looks at Nenyo quizzically. Hypothesis refuted. Pity. I surmised that you had purposely forgotten the circumstances of your relocation for the sake of more relevant information. But instead, it seems to be an ordinary case of scatterbrain. I suppose I should decide what to do with you. Fat chance. I'm not going to let anyone do anything with me. Despite her fear, she assumes a fighting stance. It seems that someone has taught her the basics of melee combat. We must help her. I'd rather trust a deceiver than spend the rest of my days wondering if I'd left an innocent woman in harm's way. I'll take you to your father, to Hilar. To my father? Her expression turns doubtful. Then the doubt is replaced by a look of understanding. Oh, I see. You're just another illusion. Get lost, Mirage. Trust me, I'm no illusion, and Venture Captain Hilar is my comrade in arms. Her suspicion slowly abates. This is probably a mistake, and I really want to believe you. All right, I'll go with you. You sense that the ground beneath your feet is a little shakier than before. The colors around you seem to blur slightly, and the sounds you hear blend and mix together. Your actions have violated the order and stability of this place. Well, I'm a nice person. I don't do horrible, terrible, evil things. Even to illusions.
Onwards.
Everlasting light. Ooh, what's that do? +5 full plate mail. Immunity against fear and compulsion. Every time the wearer becomes a target of such an effect, they grant all allies, including themselves, in a 30-foot area, +4 morale bonus on attacks and damage rolls. Wow. That's pretty nice. What's her armor? Just +4 mithril. Alright. There you go, Sela. Alright, back to Threshold.
Let us be off.
How goes it, Commander? I went to Iz. Did you find Irabeth? Is she alive? I gotta tell her the truth. We'll see what happens here. Irabeth has changed. When I found her, she was different. Like I give a damn. What's happened to her? We'll put it right. Just tell me, is she alive? Irabeth, there's someone here who misses you. Irabeth approaches wearing a shy smile. Nevi, I hear you've been worried about me. Anivia drinks in the sight of her wife. Damn it all, you're really alive. Beth, don't you ever worry me like that again. Anivia whispers something in Irabeth's ear that makes the warrior cast her eyes down in abashment. Joseph Starfyre, I'm not one for long, pretty speeches, but you should know that I'm indebted to you for the rest of my life. If you hadn't dragged this crazy paladin out of that situation, I'd be a broken woman now. Irabeth, her eyes on the floor, murmurs, Nevi, we're at war. Now's not the time for sentiment. It's not soldierly. Address Irabeth. We need to talk. I'm at your service, Commander. How are you feeling? Pretty well, Commander. Quick to catch your meaning, Irabeth lowers her voice to a whisper. No worrying changes or strange thoughts. If I have even the slightest suspicion that something's wrong, I'll come to you myself. But for now, I am simply happy to be back. Are you keeping an eye on Anivia? With a quiet tenderness in her voice, Irabeth replies, Every minute. When they hemmed us in near Iz, she nearly died trying to get to me. Now I'll lay down my life to ensure that not a single hair on her head is harmed. Nevia's caring gaze remains fixed on Irabeth. Just make sure your own head stays on your shoulders, Beth. That's all for now. As you wish, Commander. I have to go. Alright, let's go talk to Hillar. See what the storyteller has to say. Anything new? How may I be of service? How are you feeling? The storyteller smiles wanly, and you notice dried blood in his mouth. Phantasms of things that never happened have broken upon my mind like a flood. I have become their doting guardian, and it is so wonderful. As though I have been wandering the desert and finally found a spring. I drink and drink, and I cannot quench my thirst. There's no need, or there's no time for sleep or food. I absorb the stories of the past that never came to be. Arushalea says quietly, "It's strange, but the way he looks and talks remind me of addicts in Alushinria. He consumes his fake memories just as hungrily as an addict bites down on their pipe." I have to go. Good to see you, Commander. I have news for you. It's about the Spinner of Nightmares. You dealt with the Spinner? Is my daughter safe? Lowry was there, but something had changed her, and she didn't remember ever being the Spinner. Lowry was the Spinner? Nonsense! It must have been just another illusion designed to mislead you. Your daughter's already in camp. Lowry, come over here. Dad, it's you. Lowry! You've never seen Healer so shaken, so vulnerable. Commander, you saved her. After all these years of hunting, my little girl is with me again. I'm internally indebted to you, and in Pharasma's court, I will testify to your heroism. Lowry, who's standing nearby, gives you a grateful and somewhat sheepish smile. How are you holding up, Lowry? I'm all right. When I made it into camp, the first thing they did was take me to a mage. He says my mind is clear and there's no dark surprises lurking in there, and my soul bears no mark of demon worship. With a surreptitious glance back at the momentarily distracted Hiller, Lowry leans in closer to you and whispers, I have this weird nagging feeling that I really am that spinner woman, and that's where my illusion powers came from. But I don't remember a single moment from that life. Maybe I was possessed. I don't know for sure, but please don't tell my father. He suffered enough as it is. Are you happy to be back with your father? Oh yes. I was so scared when I came to this strange place and couldn't remember a thing. When the soldiers told me about the Spinner of Nightmares taking me away and my father chasing her for years and years, it was like listening to a fairy tale, you know? Any plans for the future? I'm sure I can make myself useful here in your camp. I can help the wounded, sharpen weapons, make arrows, and after that, well, before I wanted to be a Pathfinder, and now I've seen the world wound up close. I know I'm definitely going to be one. Ahem! Out of the question. No Pathfinders, no dangerous foes, or adventures, no more. Hiller's stern tone can't fool you or Lowry. His eyes twinkle with a father's unbridled joy. I'm glad you two have been reunited. I've dreamt of this moment for so many years. Thank you. With a sincere smile, Lowry bows to you gratefully. I should probably go. The healers could use an extra pair of hands. I have to go.
Let's move.
Let's move. Alright, so there was a dude right here. There he is. We can't target him until we actually get in attack range. We don't get that surprise attack off.
No time for debates.
Are there any more? Just him. Just him.
Make your peace.
come on. She can't charge either. What the heck was that? I don't know what I was doing there. But whatever it was a brain.
I will resist.
Thankfully, Aroshlea is an amazing shot.
I shall not be swayed from my path.
Wow, that was terrible. Concealment. And then just a straight up miss. Hate concealment. There we go. Oh, that was some good damage, blue. There we go. Got a couple charges in.
Prepare yourself.
Got a couple hits in.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Oh, I hate when I do that.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
More bad guys. Get that up.
Into the fray!
Good hit.
Strike with all your might!
Desna, guide my hand.
Concealment, concealment, concealment. Missed with a needing a 2.
Distract them for me.
Well, let's see here. No! God! Stupid misclick. Ah. Probably would be dead by now if I hadn't messed that up.
We can do it!
Just like that.
Make your peace.
time to share your treasures.
Anomaly distortment effect was evaded. That's good.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
I will resist.
I hate when I do stuff like
Prepare
that.
yourself.
Cover me, all right?
There we go. Let's see if the scene comes to us. Doesn't look like it's going to. Let's go looking. It's probably invisible somewhere.
We will be victorious.
Okay, got us out of battle just to put us right back into battle. Show us the bug guy. There's the bug guy.
Desna, guide my hand.
Can't tell friend from foe. Start attacking the nearest creature. Alright. Dexterity drain. Okay.
No glory without risk!
Forwards!
Stab you or zap you? Why not both? Distract them for me.
Make your peace.
Mirror image. I didn't see mirrored images. Mirrored images? Like invisible mirrored images.
Into the fray!
We won't falter.
Time to share your treasures! Cover me, all right?
I will resist.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Oh, nice hit, Shadow Demon.
Strike with all your might.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
All right. Do we go in here or do we keep exploring? Now let's just go here. Let's see what this thing is.
Follow me.
There's a gear-shaped hollow in the bare stone. Unfamiliar runes are scored into the stone around the indentation. Well, we got a gear. Let's gear it up. The other side of Threshold. Well, we're right at that hour, so let's just kind of stop here. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. As always, like, subscribe, comment, tell your friends. Maybe they might enjoy the content as well. I've been Sir Joseph. You guys always have been awesome. I appreciate everything you guys do for me. Until next time, stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you later.